Powers and duties of Indian Prime Minister. Prime Minister of India is the leader of the executive of the government. Prime Minister of India is the leader of the executive of the government of India. The Prime Minister is also the chief advisor to the President of India and head of the Council of Ministers. We shall discuss in this video about the Prime Minister and his powers, duties and the qualification, the criteria required to become Prime Minister of India and how the process is carried out to complete the constitutional formalities. To become a Prime Minister of India, he or she must be a citizen of India. He or she should be a member of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. If the person selected for the post of Prime Minister is neither a member of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, then also he or she become Prime Minister of India according to the constitutional rights. But he or she should get elected member for the parliament either of the houses within 6 months of his/her office tenure. According to the Article 84 of the Constitution of the India, which sets the principles, qualification for member of parliament, and Article 75 of the Constitution of India, which sets the qualification for the minister in the Union Council of Ministers. He or she should not hold any post in the office of profit under government of India, government of any state or local government, monetary organization or authorities, and also he or she should be above 25 years of age if they are a member of Lok Sabha, or above 30 years of age if they are a member of Rajya Sabha. The Constitution of India, Indian Constitution, which is framed and presented to the Indian Parliament by the father of Constitution known as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economical and political, liberty of thoughts, expressions, belief, faith and worship, equality of a status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Constitution is the supreme law of India. The Constitution distinguishes 3 organs of the state. The legislative consists of parliament and state of legislature. The second organ, executive, consists of council of ministers and the officials of the ministries both at the union and state level. The third organ is judiciary, consists of the Supreme Court, High Court, the district courts and its subordinates counts to uphold the law of constitution in all respect. It is an independent organ of the constitution. Under this legislative organ of the Indian constitution, the president has got the power to appoint prime minister from the elected body, the majority of political party, and then the prime minister recommends the president for appointing a council of ministers to the president of India. The parliament is the supreme legislative body of the Republic of India. It is a bicameral legislature composed of President of India and the two houses, Lok Sabha, also called as lower house, House of the People. The members of the parliament, Lok Sabha, are directly elected by the Indian public voting in single member districts. The second house of the parliament is called as Rajya Sabha, also called as Council of States. The member of the parliament, Rajya Sabha, are elected by the members of all the state legislative assembly by proportional representations. The parliament has sanctioned 545 member of parliaments MPs, including 2 Anglo-Indian nominated by the president for Lok Sabha and 245 MPs, including 12 nominated by the president from different sectors like art, cultural, social, etc. for their excellency. Now the third organ is judicial. Judiciary is a system of counts that interprets and applies the law. The Supreme Court of India, also known as Apex Court, which is also the court of final appeals in India. Judiciary is the branch of government which administers justice according to the law. The courts apply the laws and settle disputes and punish lawbreakers according to the law. Judicially, it consists of different level of courts. The Supreme Court, which has got supremacy in the court of law, and it is located in the capital city of India, Delhi, and its subordinate high courts, which are located at the most of the state levels, the capital of their respective states, and in some of the places it is more than one to handle the cases smoothly at the public convenience. And at district level also it has got the district courts, and at taluka level also it has got the different courts. Now, democratic political system citizens. Here there is a major role how the election process goes. The democratic political system citizens is having the voters. The voters are going to be finalized and recognized by the Election Commission of India, and it issues a voter ID for the citizens, adult citizens. Election Commission of India is a federal body responsible for monitoring and administering all the electoral processes of India. This body is responsible for ensuring elections are free and fair without any bias. Members of Lok Sabha are elected by being voted upon by all adult citizens of India from a set of candidates who stand in their respective constituencies. Every adult citizens of India can vote only in their constituency. Winning candidates are called as MPs, Member of Parliament. The ruling majority political party are going to be elect its leader for the parliament, known as Prime Minister. The Speaker nominates a candidate who is then elected to Prime Minister by the MPs from the majority political party. There is a council of ministers headed by the Prime Ministers to aid and advise the President in exercise of his or her functions. Powers and duties of Prime Minister of India. He or she proposes the names of the members of his her political party to President for appointment as ministers. He or she decides the distribution of charges to various ministers and can reshuffle their cabinet also. He or she presides over the meetings of cabinet, can change the decisions taken therein. He or she can suggest to the President of India about the resignation or removal of any minister from his cabinet. He or she also controls and directs the functioning of ministers in the cabinet. He or she can resign any time and can suggest to the President of India to dissolve the cabinet. He or she can suggest the President to dissolve Lok Sabha and to organize fresh elections. But the President cannot dissolve the Rajya Sabha because the Rajya Sabha is the permanent house. Prime Minister recommends President about appointments of the different topmost rank holdings officials, such as a Comptroller and Auditor General of India, CAG, Attorney General of India, AGI, Advocate General of India, which is also called as, in short, AGI, a chairman and members of Union Public Service Commissions, which is responsible for holding the many competitive exams to elect its bureaucrats, such as IAS, IPS, IFS, and topmost ranking officials, a selection of election commissioners, a members and chairman of finance commissioner, etc. Duties of the Prime Minister: to report all the works done by the cabinet ministers to President of India, to brief the President of India about any state of emergency or any matter of foreign policy or urgent importance, to inform the functioning of the government and Union of India to the President. Thank you.